Welcome back to another episode of Filmmaker React. I'm Josiah. We're going to be checking out a trailer for The Witcher 4. Now, the craziest thing to set the stage is that The Witcher 3 is celebrating their 10-year anniversary, which I remember when that game came out. So what even is time? How does it work? We're all going to be gone soon, all right? But until then, we have a Witcher 4 trailer to check out. I'm very excited to discuss this and see the filmmaking techniques that they used. Their trailers are always incredible. So I'm very excited to dive into this one and do a react, see if it inspires us creatively as filmmakers or as casual viewers. Let's dive in. Let's see what we can see here. Oh yeah, Unreal Engine 5. That was the big move.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness.
The lighting is so good. All the lighting feels very practical.
What shape is nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times, what does that for us.
All that cloth looks
Even
amazing.
Gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling. Sweden. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny.
Yeah. Bringing the light in for her eyes. That's so good. All the texture, everything feels so lived in. It's all Unreal Engine 5. This is crazy. It's a very cool reveal. Seeing the sword.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
Ooh, is this like a...
Witcher, whose coin did ye take?
Is this a sacrifice situation?
Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods.
No! You chose her.
I love the lighting. The sound design is so, oh, it just sucks you right in here. That's cool. That's one shot. We'll have to talk about that. From the trees down. So cool. This is so ominous.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself!
Oh!
Run! To shelter! To your father! Run!
Man, the character dynamics are so cool in this. So much emotion. I'm a sucker for a silhouette shot. That looks so cool. This frantic camera work. What the heck creature is this? Gotta drink the juice. It's Kool-Aid time. I love the environment. This music kicking in. Oh. Really cool camera work. Freaky.
You cannot change anything.
It's a really cool effect. Oh, got the limbs off. Let's go. The choir kicking in. Are you kidding me? Oh. I wonder if this will be a new tool, like in the game. Like the chain whip. Oh. The way the music just cut out. Like mid singing and it just cut. Oh, it's so fierce. Oh no.
She went to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no, no.
Oh no.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods.
This is
To go
brutal.
to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Oh my gosh. That was brutal. I love that. I love the storytelling from that. Super emotional. It's a 6 minutes, right? Which is not a ton of time, but it's like the time of like a short story, right? A short film. And that's what they've presented here. I like when the cinematics are less of just a random trailer where it's, you know, a montage of like the whole game or big moments, but this is like a succinct story, start to finish. I feel like the Witcher series has historically done a good job of presenting these sort of micro stories, and I think this is no exception. I think this is gorgeous. Once again, like right here at the beginning, like everything feels very organically lit, so you're believing everything that you're seeing. Like there's no like Hollywood lights in the scene. Everything's lit by candlelight or firelight right here. All the skin texture is really cool here. Yeah, there's so much texture and detail. I love the contrast between these like oranges with all the blue. I mean, you're gonna see that throughout this piece. Obviously, like teal and orange in action scene work really well together. That's a very popular color contrast, and you see that throughout this whole thing as well. But this is a really cool shot, right? Because as the shot was starting, I was like, oh, this is really dark, because they're obviously pulling down to her eyes, and you're not gonna see her eyes. But you hear the creak and the sound effect of the door opening.
You fill out your destiny.
And then it lets in the light. And you actually see the reflection in the eyes, which is amazing. So now you actually have that eye highlight. You can see that raise on her cheek, all the texture. Which is really clever. You could film this practically for real as well. You could have a light behind a door or behind a curtain or anything like that. So as your shot is progressing, you just slightly move it, reveal a little bit of light on your character, and then just in post, you just add the sound of door opening as a sound effect. So very cool how that's portrayed. I like this next shot a lot here. She's very strong silhouette, center framed, very easy for your eye to follow. And also coming off of her eye is pretty cool, because it's very similar shot composition. This looks like the pupil and the whole eye as well. Like the framing of the oval at the top. It's really cool. Really cool shot composition. Good throwback. She's walking into the light. Everything has this nice soft yellow light. Everything at golden hour, you know, is the best time to film at. And so it's the best time to also digitally do it as well. The benefit is that it can stay this way forever. You can get as many shots as you want in golden hour. You're not actually racing the sun, but it still creates these like nice, smooth, like orange light, nice smooth shadows across your scene. It's really, really pretty. And even here, they're filming this in the same way that you would film a movie in real life, right? They are keeping the light on the far side of our actors. So we're filming into the light, which is creating a nice silhouette, a nice edge light. And here's the reveal, obviously, the double swords, as is prominent with The Witcher. So that's a really cool reveal. But if you're mainly focusing on her meeting with her father, you actually might not notice this on first viewing. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool detail to kind of have in there. This almost looks photoreal. Like if you saw this quickly in passing, you would think you saw these are real actors, which they might have done mocap for this anyways, motion capture, so it might have actually been real actors, but the detail is so high. A little tear going down her cheek here.
What?
This turn and reveal is great.
Witcher, whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods. No!
Yeah, that reveal to the no is really cool because it's super in shadow. Right here's our first indication, right, that this is a female and it's not Geralt like it has been in the previous Witchers.
Chosen she is, by the gods.
It's very cinematic. It's very cinematic how it pulls off of her head just perfectly right into the light. But even here, this is how you would shoot this in real life. This is amazing. You have a nice flagged off shadow side, which is closer to the camera, and with this nice golden edge, golden orange light here, accentuating her face. It's beautiful. This is really cool.
You chose her.
Like, this is a great frame. I like the bokeh, like the knocked out, the focus that's out of focus in the background has a lot of texture. A lot of times if you are just racking something out of focus and it's blurring out, sometimes it's just kind of uniformly soft. But here they have like, it's a slight like curved vignette to it. So it's almost like this is filmed on anamorphic lensing, which is like a more like cinematic approach, which I really like. So even here, it's giving you the feeling that this is a very cinematic shot, even with the stuff that's out of focus. So she's just been walking this whole time and I love this shot, right? So this is very strong silhouette. I love that there's this stuff hanging in the trees. It's not just leaves. You're here, and the sound design is amazing. You're hearing some of the wind chimes. But what a cool shot. It's very disorienting because you know you're staring up, and now it feels like the camera is on its side, and it is, and then it sort of like rights itself as it's coming down. And this is very cool, super silhouetted, easy to identify what we're looking at now. It's a very cool payoff shot. I love this fog rolling in is really subtle. You can see it's slowly rolling in and consuming her as she's singing the song. This is awesome. Once again, keeping everything centered. This is very safe, but it just looks really pretty. I like that you can like hear her fear as she's singing. I think it's really cool.
Save yourself.
Yeah, here too. Look, oh man, this focus is so gorgeous. It might be hard to tell in this react video, but you can see there actually is curving. It's very circular out of focus. So the trees are actually kind of circular. You have a bit of a radial blur to everything here in the background, which is very cinematic. And it's not just knocked out of focus. It actually is a very nice lens distortion, which makes her pop really nice because she's very well lit, and you just have this very soft vignetted background. This is a beautiful shot.
Run to shelter, to your father. Run.
Yeah, these emotions are really good with the character.
Yourself.
I like this that we're seeing Ciri actually scared for a minute. The shaken. I should say scared is probably the wrong word, but she looks worried and a little distressed, but more so on this younger girl's behalf, where it's like, you need to get out of here or you're going to die, which I think is it's a cool emotion to push aside. Here, I love the tiny little lights that they gave to accent her eyes. Otherwise, it'd be completely lost in darkness, but they added just 2 little specks of light to hit the eyes. That's really pretty.
To shelter, to your father. Run.
But she's gonna die anyways. Which I thought was a great twist. I really did not see that coming. I thought that was beautifully done. It's sad and horrific, but I thought it was really well done. Strong silhouette as she's walking in. And here we have just a nice dark gray blues for everything. They're keeping a very harsh, strong light right on Ciri through all of this. So she's very easy to understand. Like, she's lit very well. Like, as the scene is progressing and stuff is moving, we can always see her. This is great. They're keeping the creature in shadows. You can barely see, just like a little bit sticking in and out. She's very strongly silhouetted here up front, which just is great. I love the little skeleton here. Keeping the action pretty centered. Everything is very handheld, which I really, really like. It adds to the commotion of what's happening right now. The motion of what's happening right now is you feel like there's a cameraman who's also struggling with her in the moment. So you feel like you're a part of it. That push in, and we'll see the eyes. Boom. Yeah, that's very sick. Yeah, this is just like, I love this, right? She's silhouetted in all black here, but they have added a little bit of light just to the face, just so we can really see her emotion. Because without that light, she would just be a silhouette and you'd lose this. But right now, we want to feel the emotion of her. Right now, she's just determined and angry, which I think is awesome. It's very distinctive what's happening. Yeah. And we kind of have this long one shot, chopping some limbs off, which is really cool. And then, yeah, this was the part I was going to talk about, is that now we have that payoff, which is the orange, which is a beautiful contrast to this dark blue. It just pops so well, even here when it's starting. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. And then that payoff, it's like, it's a break for your eyes. It literally, it's such a complementary opposite color that blue to this orange is just like, this is so tasty. They could have gone totally red or yellow, but having this, the fire effect be this nice soft orange just sells so well. Here we get kind of our first real good glimpse of this creature with like the beak and the teeth and all this kind of stuff. But it's all based off of that orange hit, which is, it's just a really nice break, because otherwise this would be one tone color the whole way through. So it's cool to have a flash of orange. You're feeling the impact. I love this. Yeah, this is cool. The camera, this is neat. It's almost like they clamped the camera right onto the sword, or like right onto the beast. So it's locked right to the sword doesn't move for this shot. The sword is locked into the camera, to the camera angle. That's really cool. It's like they took a little clamp and clamped the camera right to the sword. And every time these feet land, this is really cool. You're seeing the ground actually shake. Boom. There's so much motion blur happening, which this looks crazy. Like, you can't really tell what's going on here, but in motion, you can totally tell what's going on. It's great. It's an awesome reveal. I feel like the first time I saw this, I thought this was like a beak from like a smaller creature. And then kind of the reveal of like, oh, here's the mouth, here's the eyes. Like, it's the way it comes into focus is really awesome. Truly hideous. Pulling on this energy. Awesome, like a subtle glow to it, which is really nice. Really creative camera shots. The fact that like they're not really reusing camera shots. They had that nice top-down one when she does the punch. Here's some nice close-ups, and then bam, you get this over-top shot. Nicely silhouetted by that electricity. Now we're getting some limbs chopped off. I love when this like choir kicks on. This is a really cool soundtrack. Yeah, this is cool. This is a good payoff shot, because like it's fun to see a lot of movement in the shadow from creatures, but you want to see what it is. You want to see what the creature is, and this is what an amazing, like, you could screenshot this, throw it as your computer wallpaper. This is awesome. Yeah. A lot of textures, a lot going on here. This like scraggly fur, but it's a really cool payoff shot. You're 4.5 minutes into this, and you are rewarded as a viewer for checking this whole thing out. I love this chain. This is cool. Like I said earlier, I bet this is like an actual gameplay mechanic, that you'll have like a chain that you can grab creatures with. Otherwise, I don't know why they would showcase it. That's a little bit like Wonder Woman with her lasso of truth, but this is cool. I like the glowing. And I'm obsessed with how the music cuts out here. Yeah. And it's just raw audio of the beheading. What? It's gnarly. And I like here, she's letting herself have that moment of like, oh my God, I made it through. Which I think is cool. Like, I think like if you're going to have like a really tough, ambitious like character, if you're going to have a character that throws themselves into these things to save other people, I think it's really awesome to also showcase that they are struggling, or that they are like letting themselves down from the adrenaline rush. Like, it's not just easy, right? She's not coming in there and just like, oh, and another one. It's like she really had to struggle for this. And I think that's awesome. Like, even with that game face, like, a few minutes too late. I love this. This is very indicative of like the actual, well, Witcher 3 and the other games in the series as well, but especially Witcher 3, where I feel like there weren't a ton of happy endings. A lot of times you would like save a werewolf, but they would then kill somebody else, or you would like, it just felt like no matter what you did, bad things would still happen despite you trying to do the right thing. So this feels right in line with the stories in general.
There are no gods here.
There are no gods, just monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah, this is cool. And then ending with just this fierce look, right? She's about to just behead all of them, which I think is gnarly. This is really cool. What an amazing piece this is. There's a lot to pull from. The cinematography is gorgeous. The color palette, like residing with like these like nice soft, like everything's soft about it. Like it's nice soft colors. Like look at this. It's just very pleasing to look at these browns, the orange light, and then obviously leading into like the blues, the dark blues when she's having this battle. And then you have the accents with different colors. And then here by the end, it's nighttime when she comes out and everything's lit by torchlight. Everything feels naturally lit. I like that a lot. They are cheating it a little bit by adding some lighting in, you know, like some dedicated light just to her, or to add like the little pings in her eyes. But otherwise, that's not anything you wouldn't do in a movie. And I think this is really cool. Otherwise, it just feels very naturally lit, the way everything is playing on. I think the coolest looking stuff lighting wise is here at the beginning, because I just, you know, sucker for orange light, low light, golden hour is amazing. But you can't beat these payoff shots here at the end when she is fighting this creature. And this is gorgeous. Like, this is so cool. The strong light coming up from the top, that nice soft top lit. The cool thing is you could film a shot just like this in your garage. Like, I could literally film this in my garage, right? You could put up a black backdrop, fill it with haze, put some obscure black items in the back. It could be literally a ladder and some tarps and maybe some trees. You drag them from outside, some branches, right? And then have a nice soft light that's a little bit of a backlight like the moon, and then right over top. Like, this is a shot that you could actually create completely yourself. So that might actually be a fun project to do, just to do it. But anyways, I love this. I thought this was gorgeous. I thought it was amazing. They just always have like amazing cinematics for the Witcher series, and this was no exception. Good energy, amazing emotional gut punch at the end, but also just filmed beautifully. Like, this is a showcase piece that you would be happy to throw on a big screen TV and show your friends and be like, look at what video games look like now, right? Like, at least the cinematic quality, you know, is there. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love this a lot. So lots to talk about. If there's anything else I should check out, maybe in the Witcher universe, or if there's another fantasy cutscene that I should watch, or trailer I should watch, please let me know. In the meantime, hit subscribe, hit like. I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I will see you guys all around. So long.